Cocktails and Cocktails Thursday.
Happy Thinking About Crime Thursday. How's that?
How about making cocktails Thursday?
Okay, that works. I was trying to go with a TH something. I need to work on this.
Oh, goodness.
I really do.
Oh, my gosh. Let's see here. I got to pull up. Guys, I just got off work.
She did.
Oh,
She
my. I did. It's okay. Kathy just got this crap down to a science. Okay.
I forgot to get myself a glass, so maybe not a science, but we're getting there.
Yes. And we didn't pour any whiskey.
No, we didn't pour any whiskey. We also haven't decided what we're putting in our whiskey or
No.
in our cocktail. So, what do you want?
What are we putting what are we putting in the drink?
That's what I just asked.
I mean, like, what are we drinking?
Oh,
never mind.
We're doing a Boulevardier.
Okay, never mind.
Oh.
I meant we usually have a blend of something,
Yes.
and then we usually have something in the cocktail.
Yes.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the show.
And I don't know what we want to put in there.
Me neither.
See, that's kind of Swedish. It seems Swedish, sweet-ish,
Sweet-ish.
not Swedish.
Hey, Sugar Kitty's here, and Lil, and MC, and Fifth Quarter Tailgate.
I'm thinking about something sweet.
Hi, guys.
Hi guys.
Cheers.
Hi Lil. Hi Sugar Kitty. Hi MC. Hi Fifth Quarter
I would
Tailgate.
cheers you, but I didn't
Yet.
yet. We're working on it.
Do you think larceny would go well in it?
Oh, it might.
It might.
It might. You want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
Let's go
do it.
larceny. Do we want to go A123 or C922?
Ooh, that's
Or-
a really good question. Oh, what is that back there?
That is A122. I think the B522 was my favorite when we did the blind.
Well, let's do A122 since we're mixing it.
Done.
And then we could put C922 in our glass.
Okay.
All right. I'm grabbing it.
Ready? Oh, that was.
Larceny always has crappy pops. Good whiskey, but crappy pops. Hey, we've got Shauna Marie D in here.
Hi, Shauna.
How are you? Let's try mine.
Oh, that was better.
Not really.
It was better.
Ah.
That's not enough. That's better.
Oh, I don't know why I took this off because it's
Yeah, we don't need that yet.
not yet.
I'm putting this under here though. We'll want that later.
Oh my gosh. Hey, we got 11 people in chat. What'd you just do, girl?
Nothing. Oh,
You did.
I did. I pushed the button.
We're going to talk crime
Yeah.
and we're going to make cocktail
Okay.
and we're
Fun.
going to hang out on a Thursday night
We're gonna have a really good time.
with all you guys.
Yeah.
I love that because a lot of the East Coasters can't watch us on Wednesdays and we get to see them on Thursdays.
And it's 10 a.m. for Lil.
Well, hi, Lil. 10 a.m. Are you drinking?
It's a Friday.
It's okay if you are. I'm not judging. Hey, William Hall is here saying cheers, ladies. Now I can cheers you all. I got whiskey. Cheers.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Larceny
That's real
C922
nice.
is the shit.
Real nice.
Okay.
Okay, well remember we're drinking barrel proof.
I know. And we drank last night.
I know. How'd you wake up this morning?
Fine.
Oh, good. Me too.
Yeah, I was just like tired because I had such
so tired.
It's been a long 2 weeks and
Yeah.
I was really tired.
Yeah. Same.
Lil says no day drinking yet. I like the yet.
Yes. Yet.
Tea.
Tea for now. Okay.
You can just put a little splash.
You know, Reese Witherspoon has a book called Whiskey in My Teacup. I'm just saying. Have you read it yet?
No, I want
It's
to.
so cute. Audible because she narrates it. So,
Love
you know,
it.
Yeah.
And I can do it when I drive to work. Mullen says happy CNC. Happy CNC, Mullen. So we're talking. I'm so excited. I've wanted to do this one for so long. I keep putting it in the poll, and they finally
won.
They finally picked it. Derek can't stay. Got basketball nonsense on the agenda. Hi, Derek.
Hi, Derek. Big fan. Good to see you.
So, and Norseman's Only Drams is here. Saying hi to everybody. Cheers to everybody. Cheers. Cheers. He was just above me in the Kahoot last night.
Yeah. Oh, this feels really good.
What?
The whiskey.
Oh,
It's like it's warming me to my core.
She's all,
This feels good.
So,
Rubbing up here on my collarbones.
anyway, I've been wanting to do this case
Yeah.
for so long. They finally picked it. And I think part of it is, and I want to go back and watch the film. There's an Australian film that was loosely based on this. And I came across the TNT series on Netflix. I think Netflix. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
for sure. Anyway, I had to just. I went out and I'm like, well, we have to watch this show because I was sick, so I was in the other room
Yeah, it was
watching
in
it.
like February or March, right? That you were watching it.
I think so.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And I'm like, it's called Animal Kingdom, and he's looking at me like, animals?
Is this like a Tiger King
What?
spinoff?
And I'm like,
That's what I
no,
thought.
no. I'm telling you, it's not. I mean, it's a little dark sometimes. There's a little bit of sex in there.
Okay.
So many butts. You guys was like, I've never seen so many men's butts in any show I've ever watched.
Didn't you watch Game of Thrones?
More butts.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I didn't
There's
watch Game
more
of Thrones.
butts in this. Nothing but butts. That's great. They're nice butts. Anyway, so I got into this, and then I found out that there was a family that inspired it.
Okay. It's one of those, like, at the end when it says based on true events, and you're like, wait, what?
No, actually, I came across it on Google.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I was looking to see if they canceled it or if it was still going.
Got it.
And now I just found out doing all this research with it, words, that there's an Australian film that came out before the series.
In like 2010, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to watch it.
Oh, Mom's got his criminals pin on.
And a glass of whiskey. No work till Tuesday.
Yay. I have to work tomorrow still.
I think there's a lot of people that don't have work till Tuesday because the roads are horrendous.
They're awful. I swung into Albertsons to pick up an orange for the garnish. And like there were 7 campers or trailers or things loaded with stuff.
And God help me, I had to get gas.
Yeah.
Gas before Memorial Weekend.
$3.99 a gallon, right?
No, I'm talking about the
the
line.
lines. Yeah, okay. I went at like noon to get gas. I can't imagine right now.
Do you know what I did?
What you did?
Blonde. I pulled a Kath Pentingill.
Okay, fair.
So
Oh, I call those ginger moments.
okay.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
pulled up to the gas pump like I always do, driving Betty.
Mhm.
And I've had Betty for a while now. Like I know where her gas tank is.
Uh-huh.
So I pull up. Of course, the gas tank's on the other side.
If it was Costco, it wouldn't have mattered.
But I didn't notice it. So I stuck my card into the reader. And when I realized it, I hit cancel and it wouldn't cancel it.
Cancel.
So like there's a line and I'm thinking if I try and turn this car around, someone's
Oh,
gonna
no.
use my card. They're gonna
Yeah.
take my gas.
Oh, yeah.
So about that time, Will's trying to call me. I'm like,
Of course.
so I literally am like, wait. And I back up and I flip around.
Perfect.
Got my gas.
If it was at Costco, you totally could have just pulled that over to the other side.
I totally
But not
did.
everybody made gas pumps like Costco.
That's true. Anyway, you guys all really wanted to know that, right?
Yeah.
But I got my gas.
You know, and you drive the same car every day.
Every time.
Like I have my car, and then I have like the truck that pulls the trailer, and then I have like the truck that I drive around town, and then I have like another, like I have multiple vehicles, so it would make sense for me to pull that. That's a bad Kathy Jo moment.
She's a vehicle hoarder.
I mean, I have purposes for at least half of them.
Well, so yeah, anyway, I don't know why I all of a sudden just forgot where her gas tank was. I have no idea. I also drove her till like she's screaming at me, low fuel. And it's like 21 miles. And I'm like, I should probably get gas.
Oh, mine stops counting at 45.
Or no, 31. It said 31. I
Okay.
was still saying 31. But then after a while, it just says low fuel.
Yeah, no, on mine it goes to 45 and then it just cuts off and it's like, there's no fuel left in this. You need to get to the gas station now.
Oh.
So I try and push it for another 40. That's my fatal flaw.
All I could think of was when I got up for work, I knew I was going to sprint here.
Yeah.
So there was no way I was
You
getting
weren't gonna
gas
be able to do it
after
then, no.
work. I had to do it in the morning.
No way.
Okay.
Okay.
So Kathy Jo came and well, we set it up last night because we streamed last night.
Yeah.
Which, oh my God, you guys were awesome last
We
night.
had so much fun.
So much fun. Even when poor Kira felt so bad.
I know, the poor thing.
Her internet went out.
But it wouldn't be Women of Whiskeys if something like that didn't happen. So
Right? It was so much fun.
kind of works.
But anyway, we streamed last night, so we just kind of left everything set up.
Yeah.
Because we tear it down and put it up every night because it's in the bar and
Mm-hmm.
we want to use the bar. Left it up last night, and then you came over and cleaned up the shit show of a mess we had.
There were only a few things. Oh, I forgot to
And-
straighten up the blue spot. Got a
That's okay.
mental note. Straighten that up later.
So I literally came in sideways and went, all right, I'm going to sit down and have a drink. But I brought my little peanut butter cracker sandwiches
Mhm.
because I haven't eaten.
When I picked up the orange, I picked up a ready to heat enchilada thing and scarfed that.
Do you want this?
No, but I got enchilada belly.
All right. So we're making a cocktail.
We're making a cocktail.
Okay.
Let's start there. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hand you this. This
It's
goes in your rocks
the,
glass.
how do you say it? The
Like Boulevard? Like street?
Boulevardier?
Boulevardier.
Yes. I've never had this.
Okay, me
Oh, I
neither.
get mine.
Yeah, I got to put your ice ball in here.
Oh.
Because I don't want...
Did you wash your hands?
Yeah, yesterday. So,
All right.
All right, so the first thing we're going to do
Oh.
is take our mixing glass. Oh, can you hand me the spoon?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to take our mixing glass. Thank you. And we're going to add 1 ounce, for us, of course, it's 2, but of Campari. There we go. Then we're going to add 1
Yeah, 1 ounce.
What did I say?
You said 2?
Well, 2 for us.
That's 1 ounce.
Oh, man, hang on. That's right. We've been over this.
We've
Well,
been over
actually,
this.
wait a minute, that's when Will lied to you, right?
Will did lie
Yeah.
to me. Yeah. He told me that it was a half, or I don't remember now.
See, here I was thinking I already had the first ingredient poured, and I was going to be able to breeze through this. I was wrong.
Yeah, he told me that side was 2 ounces. The other one, yeah.
Yeah. Rude. Okay. So, there's another one of Campari. Okay, next. We need 1 ounce of whiskey. You can do rye, you can do bourbon, you can do single malt if it so pleases you. We are doing Larceny Bourbon. And we're doing A122 for this one.
Did
So,
you say you could do single malt?
I mean, if you want to. If you feel, drink it how you like it. There's no wrong way to drink your whiskey.
True.
The recipe says bourbon or rye, but if you want to use another type of whiskey, go for it. If you want to use gin, that's fine. It's called a Negroni. Yeah, this is a whiskey version of a Negroni.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Things I learned this week. Okay. Then, oh man, I am really slacking
I
today.
think this you did the. Oh, you already did the.
I already
bourbon.
did it. Can I just? Nope. Oh, yes, I can. All right, I'll play with that later. So, then we need 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, and we used the Carpano Antica. I know I butchered that, as recommended by one Mark Eminek. We listened.
So we do 2 ounces?
Yep.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's 1 ounce of each
1, 1, and 1.
per person. Yep.
Hey, that's easy.
Easy to
1, and
remember.
1.
And I was watching this video where a guy was making it, and he was like, and really, if you want to eyeball this, you can totally eyeball this. It's a very simple cocktail. And I was like, I'm going to follow the recipe. I always follow the recipe, even when I'm cooking and stuff, to the letter the first time I make it. Because I want to know what I want to modify after that. And then if I don't like it, I can blame the person who made it. Okay, then I'm going to add ice. I'm going to try and make this as not difficult to hear as possible. There's a little water going in there.
I have a question.
Yep.
So you can't put the ice in first because it'll water it down? Is that what the deal is?
I mean, I think it's going to water it down either way.
We're
This is-
following the
This
recipe.
is how it was said. Okay, so you stir it. And I watched a thing that said that you shake for 20 seconds or you stir 20 times.
Because, okay,
I don't think it matters.
so do people have like a preference if they shake or stir?
This looks like iced tea.
My kind of iced tea.
Then we're going to take our little strainer friend right here.
Because I'm having it on a
We're
rock.
having it in a rock. And I'm having it in a coupe glass, a Women of Whiskey's coupe glass, to
Yay.
be specific. And you're having it in a Yellowstone rock glass.
I am.
You know, for fun.
For funsies.
Okay. And then you just strain it in.
It's beautiful.
It's so pretty. It literally looks like iced tea.
It's kind of like a pinkish hue to it.
Well, that's true. That's
Like-
probably the Campari.
Like peach.
Don't
No,
let me elbow you in the face, okay?
No, please don't.
Okay.
Like raspberry tea.
Then the last thing we do is garnish with the cute little orange twist.
Aw.
Amid this.
Yours is prettier.
Sorry. I dropped mine on the floor. Does that help?
Yes. A lot.
I don't remember it.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here
Ready?
we go. Ready?
Cheers.
Cheers. Boulevardier. That's very sweet.
Not so sweet. I feel like there's a lot of herbs in there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I feel like there's herbs. It's good though.
Mhm.
I like it. Another win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just going to toss my orange in there. I know that you're not supposed to, but I'm going to.
Drink it how you like it.
That's right. Okay, so I just want to, real quick, Lil says, yeah, Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
Richie Z is here, says, cheers, Michelle and Kathy Joe and Whiskey Friends. Congrats on 2K. Thank you so, so much. Okay. And then,
Cheers, Richie Z.
what else we got here? Okay, so we are doing Pick It or Pass It tonight.
Yes.
The mystery box game.
Yes.
I feel like this is deja vu.
I know. We were just here yesterday.
And we're doing Patreon Plinko. If you need the
21
details on how to do it, they are in the description of the video. And then also, MC is tracking, so tag her if you use any of the links other than Super Chat.
Mm-hmm.
And we will try to pin the details at the top also.
Yes. And, I mean, the odds are really good during Criminals Nights.
I know, Criminals Nights is
Yeah.
always the best odds.
Yeah.
We have fun with it, though.
And,
It's all
we
good.
do not design the boxes to accommodate for that.
No.
We really don't.
Wonder Magoo is here. Hello.
Hello.
Cheers. Good to see you again.
Okay. I'm going to invite you to take your glass so I can move the table.
Oh, fine.
Thanks.
I'm going to move all this shit because you know you're going to spill it.
Maybe. Oh, my heavens. I'm already sticking to the stool. The air conditioner's on. Why is this happening? Okay, here we go.
Okay. Eric Isaacson is here. Cheers to you, Eric. We are doing Criminals and Cocktails. We're going to talk true crime, the Pentingill family. Mom was known as Granny Evil or Evil Granny.
Yeah.
And her oldest son was known as Mr. Death or Mr. D.
Okay.
She had 10 kids.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
And created a criminal empire with these guys. So they lived in Melbourne, Australia, and she's still there.
Mm-hmm.
And like, not only was like the criminal underworld like respect her and fear her.
Yeah.
Some of the like Victorian police, I think I don't know. I think that's right. Were like, oh, don't mess with her because she was ruthless,
Mm-hmm.
and her kids were just as ruthless.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Wandering Magoo.
Great.
He says waves to the lovely ladies.
Oh. Mullen from the internet. Shaken cocktail gives your drink a more ice cold temperature than what is attainable by stirring in a mixing glass.
That makes sense.
I love it when you shake it so long, it gets those little crystals in it. It's nummy.
There is nothing better. There's some things better, but there are a few things better than seeing a dry vodka martini with those little ice crystals poured into a coupe glass and just having those little like snowflakes on the top.
So one of these days,
Extra olives.
we're going to go see the mixologist down there at Proof,
Mm-hmm.
who created Drop It Like It's Hot.
Mm-hmm.
It is my favorite cocktail. Drop It Like It's Hot. It's vodka based, but it's got chili infused or habanero infused something. Oh my God, it's so good.
You're making me sing Snoop Dogg in my head now.
Yeah. And I did see that Miracle Martinez is here.
Oh, hi.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Yes. Got our notes.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to do the
you gotta
disclaimer.
do the disclaimer.
Sorry. This is one of those we have to do our disclaimer.
Yes.
So here we go. I got to put my glasses on for this because I can't screw this up. I mean, I can, but. All right. Before we jump into tonight's case, here's our little disclaimer. This case contains potentially triggering topics such as homicide, abuse, and assault. If you feel that these topics may be too difficult for you to hear, we encourage you to listen to your inner voice and wait for the next stream. We'll see you then. Also, we take these topics very seriously. However, we use a little humor or lighthearted comments to tone down the darkness. So I promise you, we're not making fun of the pain. We are just finding a way to share the true crime without spreading doom and gloom.
Yes.
Also, we are not professionals.
No.
We don't claim to be professionals. All of our content comes from research that we have done. However, a lot of the research relies on interviews, court documents, and other sources that could be influence of opinion. So this is not meant to be your only source of facts on this case.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. And Viking Bourbon, what up and cheers.
Cheers. Michelle, that cocktail sounds fancy. It's 3 ingredients.
Mark says shake cocktails with citrus, stir cocktails that are all spirits. Okay, that makes sense.
I've heard that.
That makes a lot of sense.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Mmm.
Mark, did you see the vermouth we used?
It's what you told us. It's the one you recommended.
And it's better, yes?
Yeah. Oh my God, that last week vermouth, not good.
Okay, so I'm going to do, before we really get in too deep, I'm going to do a really high level 30,000 foot overview of the family itself.
Okay. It's a
So,
family.
I'm kind of regretting not making a family tree right now, but I'm not going to hang up on that.
Good.
Okay, so Kathleen Pettingill goes by the name Kath. She's the mother.
Yes.
Okay, so she was born in March of 1935, and she's the matriarch and the shot caller for the family criminal enterprise. So, and you already said she has 10 kids.
Yes.
So I'm going to go like real quick over that. So we've got Peter Allen. He's the second oldest of Kath. We're going to talk about the first oldest a little bit later. So put a pin in that because we're diving in on his history. We're going to start with the second oldest, Peter.
Can we just tell him the name?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. So,
Dennis, right?
Dennis, yes, thank you. Oh my heavens, I just had a total mind blank. Yes, Dennis is the first. Put a pin in Dennis. We're coming back. Okay. The second oldest is Peter. He was born in 1953, which means that Kath would have been 22 at the time, just in case you don't want to do the math real quick. He was a violent armed robber and has a long list of assault charges. He ran a heroin empire, and even when he was in prison, he continued to deal heroin.
Yeah.
Like, prison didn't slow him down.
Oh, no. He had his empire.
Just kept going. Oh, yeah. He was ready to go.
He was the real deal.
He was also super skilled in court, and he was kind of the jailhouse lawyer of the family. Like,
yeah.
Anytime somebody went to court, he was like, I'm on it. Let's go.
He was the smart one.
Yeah.
Like, he had it dialed in.
Yeah. He was very talented in more ways than one. In October of 2021, this is his most recent indictment, he was sentenced to 4 years and 1 month after pleading guilty to aggravated battery, theft, and committing an indictable offense while on bail.
He was a guy, let me tell you.
I mean, during this hearing, the court was told that Peter had about 82 offenses from 38 court appearances from 1970 to 2017. That's like 3-4 times a year.
Yeah, that's you know what? Maybe he wasn't that smart.
I mean, yeah. So he has spent 28 years in prison for various things like armed robbery, assault, drug dealing, and drug trafficking. And over his 28 years in prison, he's probably dealt heroin for most of it.
Yeah, I mean, that might be the one thing he was good at.
Yeah. So that's the second oldest.
Okay.
Next one is going to be the third child and the first daughter. Her name is Vicky Brooks, also known as Nee Pettingill. And I couldn't figure out where Nee Pettingill came from.
I didn't actually come across that.
But Vicky Brooks is the legal name. She was born in 1954, so just a year later. She's in witness to protection now because she turned against the family. And, maybe Vicky Brooks is her witness name.
Oh, yeah, that was, or vice versa.
No, they wouldn't have publicized that so much.
I will say this, a lot of them we had, like, Kath had aliases too.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, they all had aliases.
Yeah. So she turned against the family, and she gave evidence for the prosecution at the Wall Street trial. And I'm going to get into, Nee means before you were married. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Lil, that makes so much sense. Thank you.
Lil, is that like an addition to your name?
So that's like Miss, kind of, I guess, right?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
That makes sense. Thank you, Lil. I probably could have spent like 5 more minutes and figured that one out, but I'm so glad you're here. That makes so much more sense. Thank you. Okay. One of these days, I'm going to make it to Australia and learn these things. Yeah. So she gave evidence for the prosecution at the Wall Street trial, and I'm going to get into the Wall Street trial a little bit later, and I'm going to bring it up a couple more times before then. So just know we're getting into that later.
Pin it.
Okay.
Got it.
So Vicky Brooks's son served as the star prosecution witness and gave lots of evidence. And he's battled drug addiction for a lot of years too. So drug is just a recurring thing here.
Yeah, they do drugs, they deal drugs, they make their money from drugs.
Yeah.
And a lot of other things, by the way.
Yeah.
Robbery
and assault and
homicide and all the stuff. Armed robbery. Yeah, all that.
Stuff and things.
All the stuff and things.
So then we're going to jump over to Victor Pierce. He's the 6th child. We're jumping down a couple.
I just realized, I think we just said all the words that can get us demonetized on YouTube.
Fine.
It's all good. It's
Fine.
okay. I could do without that $4.
I mean,
It's
I
okay.
know we're gonna be fine. We're still having fun with our friends. That's
I
what
don't
really
care.
matters.
I don't really
You
care.
can't beat that kind of payment.
I don't know if that $4 might.
I know. That's a whole gallon of gas right now.
Okay, sorry.
So Victor, sixth child of Kath, born in 1958. He had a partner. He never married her, but a partner named Wendy Pierce. And Wendy, I'll get into that later. Sorry, I don't need to say that part now. But Wendy entered witness protection for 18 months because she refused to give evidence against the accused. And all men were later acquitted. And this is all part of that Wall Street trial.
So she only had to go to witness protection for 18 months?
Yeah.
And then
they were like, she's probably good. Just send her back.
Yeah, that family, I
Yeah,
would trust that.
something.
Mhm.
And then in 2005, she, in a media interview, detailed out how Victor had planned and carried out the Wall Street shootings, and then later on was charged and acquitted.
Yeah.
So, like, she
Wait
sat
till
down
we
in
talk about
2005.
these Wall Street shootings.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's a
crazy.
thing.
Crazy.
Wendy also served 6 months in jail starting in September 2008 for threatening and stalking former lovers of Victor. She was like, "Oh, you liked my man?" And then she would stalk them and threaten them. And for some of those threats, she started using Facebook. And this is like 2008. So that's like really using the dawn of social media. to
I like
get
her
at somebody.
style.
I know.
Stalking the exes.
Yeah.
I can get on board with that.
Yeah. So back to Victor. Victor was convicted for drug trafficking in the 1990s. And he served 6 years in prison at that point. Then in 2002, he was murdered while he was parked outside a supermarket in Port Melbourne in 2002, like May of 2002. And in court, it was alleged that the now deceased contract killer, Andrew Veneman, is the one who murdered Victor.
Now,
So he was like known as a contract killer.
something I saw, tell me if I'm wrong,
Okay.
that it was, oh my God, it was someone high up. Tell me who your high up people are in Australia, because I should have wrote this down.
Constables?
Like,
Wait.
it would be like if the Queen had someone killed.
Oh, okay.
The
Like Prime Minister?
something like that. I don't know. They'll help me out here. Anyway, it was rumored that he was a hitman for them, and so it was like this big deal. So makes you wonder, like, who did he piss off?
Yeah. Yeah. And like he died in 2002. So when Wendy came out and like gave all of the information about how the Wall Street killings went down, he had been dead for 3 years at that point. So that's cool.
Sorry, I just realized MC's not a wrench.
Lil says Prime Minister. He's our head of state. Okay, good.
I don't think that. No, that wasn't it.
No.
Dang
Okay.
it! I got it wrong. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
I suck.
Victor fathered 5 children, 4 of which he fathered with Wendy. Katie Pierce was the 24-year-old daughter of Victor and Wendy. And in December 2009, she was found dead in her home in Greensboro. At the time, Katie and Wendy were on bail after being accused of hiring Tom Yang to assault a guy named Robert Sales. Robert Sales was the father of a woman who was dating Katie's ex-boyfriend. So Katie's ex-boyfriend, he started dating a new chick. This is that chick's father.
You guys, we need a diagram.
I know,
We
I
should
know.
have brought the whiteboard.
Right?
Wandering Magoo did a $4 super chat. You think that's close enough to 5? Is that close enough to get the
Counts.
entry?
Count him in.
We're gonna go ahead and give him that entry.
Thank you.
$5 donations puts you in to the chance to play Pick It or Pass It. As far as I can see, that's our only entry.
Yeah, you're doing real well.
MC, I did make you a mod. I can't believe I thought you were a mod. So you can drop whatever now.
She says, yay, more tools in the belt.
I'm so sorry. I really thought you were one. I fail at this shit all the time. It's okay. We're not professionals.
No. So Katie and Wendy were on bail because they hired a guy named Tom Yang to assault ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend's dad.
Got it.
Now the problem is, Sales was sitting inside of a hotel or like a hotel restaurant. He stepped outside to have a cigarette, and sitting at the table next to him was a guy who looked eerily like him. So Mr. Yang went in and assaulted the wrong guy.
That's amazing.
I know. And then
Your
Mr. Sales
doppelganger got
was
the
sitting
shit
outside.
kicked out of him.
Yeah, Mr. Sales was sitting outside like, what the heck just happened in there? Poor guy. Probably like just no idea that he was supposed to be the one getting assaulted.
Amazing.
I
love
know.
that.
That's hilarious. And the guy that did get attacked was Mark Losey.
Mark, I'm so sorry. I should not be laughing at the fact that don't come for me. I'm so sorry.
This was like 15 years ago. He's probably laughing too.
I doubt it.
I mean, maybe not.
Yeah.
But they were away. Then that attack happened in March 2009. So this was in December 2009 when Katie was found dead in her apartment, and she was on bail after having been convicted of.
I feel like this family tree just. Are you guys even following this? Because we're gonna get to all the steps. I promise.
We're coming back to the main branches, though. We're gonna talk about another kid now.
I think we went down a rabbit hole. It's okay.
So Lex Pierce, was it an axe to the face? Cleaver. It was a meat cleaver. Yeah. Yeah. It was a meat cleaver. Went in and like messed up his face and broke his jaw and knocked out a couple teeth and big old scratch down his face.
Yeah, I feel like if it was an axe, he probably wouldn't be around.
I mean, maybe not. I wouldn't think a meat cleaver would spare him much either, but
yeah, I guess
maybe Mr. Yang wasn't that good.
Maybe he's the other side.
Maybe Mr. Oshie was just very defendable.
Yeah. Defendable?
Defending.
Maybe he was good at defending?
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't know. All right.
Okay, so going back to the main branches, Lex Pierce was the 7th child of Kath, born in 1960. Lex, very long criminal record.
So Kath we're back to the matriarch of this criminal family. Yeah. So now this is another one of her kiddos.
It was a sharp knife of subjection. Yeah. So Lex's most recent conviction was in November of 2020. This one kills me. While on parole, Lex stole a car, drove without a license, cut off his GPS tracker, then crashed into a tree on the side of the road.
Okay.
Then somebody who he had just cut off earlier pulled over to help him. When he got out and was like, hey, man, are you okay? Lex got in that car and took off. It was a whole thing. Like, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Think about it. Oh,
I love that.
That's nice. Thank you.
Okay, so Lil, that is a very good question. There were 3 dads.
Yes.
So there was Dennis, there was Billy, and there was, she called him Mr. Pentingill.
Okay.
And so the first 2 sons were Dennis Sr. Then we had 6 kids with Billy, and then the other 2 were Pentingill.
Okay.
So
William Holden for 5 via PayPal. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you.
And Wandering Miguel says the 4 was for fun. Now feel better about the entry. That's so sweet. Okay, so Lex was having fun while on parole.
Yeah.
So that was his most recent.
Do you? Holy moly, we're already
Jamie Pentingill was the 9th child of Kath, born in 1963. Arrested at age 11 for burglary. I can't ever say that word the first time.
Burglary.
Hi.
Holy moly.
Then later we didn't even start talking about the crime until 10 minutes ago. So we're breathing.
Okay. We're very chatty.
Yeah. Yes. So by age 16, at age 11, he was arrested. Age 11. What were you doing at age 11? I don't want to know. Never mind.
It was at the hand of the mom.
That's true. Yeah.
She started him young.
He was arrested for burglary, later arrested for armed theft and robbery. By age 16, he was convicted of his 4th armed robbery. My goodness. He did plead guilty to armed robbery of a hotel in Clifton Hill in 1980. He served less than 5 years, but he did become addicted to heroin while he was in prison.
Damn it. All that dealing
I wonder where he got it from.
You get addicted in prison and it's in your house.
He got it.
In your cars. And
so
your socks.
He was put into prison in 1960, did less than 5 years, but in 1980, he was put into jail. Did less than 5 years. In 1985, at the age of 21, he died of a heroin overdose. So like right after he got out of prison.
Hold up.
Overdose.
See, Lil's keeping us on point. Lil says you can't be convicted till 14 in Australia.
Interesting. So then,
I did read also that it was maybe he did it in age 11 and they just like bought some time.
Right. Yeah, very well could have. And
Has
then
it always been that way?
By age 16, he was convicted of his 4th. So that means he must have done like 4 of them in those 2 years. That's crazy.
I swear I thought I saw something also that said.
But that's probably why she started him so young.
Yeah.
Like, get out there and do it now.
I'm not going to lie. This because there was the film and there was the series and then the facts,
Mm-hmm.
and like Kath stayed off the radar. This was a hard one to research.
Yeah.
But I feel like I did also see where he was convicted. Gosh, I don't know. Interesting. Now we're going to have to go back to it.
Okay, so the next child up is Trevor. He's the 10th and last child of Kath. Born in 1965.
Sorry.
What?
He's the 7th.
Trevor?
Yeah.
No, Lex was the 7th. Yeah, that's later though. Okay.
I'm wrong.
Okay. He was born in 1965, whatever number he was. He was a career criminal. He had a history of drugs and burglaries. I said it right the first time that time. I did it right.
You did burglary. Hold on. Did burglary.
I said it right. And then he had multiple convictions for firearms and drug-related offenses, and then he served several jail terms. Several. He was also charged and acquitted over the Wall Street police murders. Can't wait to get into that. He had a son also named Jamie. You remember the previous son was Jamie, so we're going to get into that. Jamie, the son, pled guilty to 8 charges related to cell phone and cash thefts in 2013. So in 2013, 8 different charges related to cell phone and cash thefts, including an elderly woman and a schoolboy.
What the hell?
Now the problem, you know what? I have a picture of him. Hang on.
That's messed up. I'm
Hang on,
sorry,
here we
but
go.
there's got to be a line.
I know. There he is.
Oh, and he's handsome too.
I know.
What
How
the
dare
hell?
he? Mom's in for 2.
Grr.
Now the schoolboy, here's the thing with the schoolboy, he threatened to cut the face off of that minor if he didn't
He
give him his
would
phone.
have.
He probably would have, yeah. But when he was getting convicted, he was asked to be spared jail time because due to his surname of Pettingill and his dad's acquittal, he was going to be targeted in prison. So I'm like, you don't get to tell a little boy you're going to cut his face off and burglarize from an old woman
And they
not
bought
have
it.
to go to jail.
And they bought it.
I know.
It's like, you know what? I didn't stand a chance. And if you put me in prison, they're going to get me.
Yeah. How dare you?
They're going to get me.
Then there were 3 other children that were removed from Kath's care and put up for adoption over the years.
And like,
Hopefully-
you can find names in the research, but they're false names. They're names that she put out there to protect them. I think that's probably the one good thing she did, where she was like, I don't, you know what, 7's enough.
Mhm.
So there are 3 more out there. I believe it's 2 boys and a girl.
But let's get into her and talk about what she's
All
so
right.
bad.
Okay, are you guys ready? Let's get into the nitty gritty.
Yes.
This chick.
Odds are really good for the entry right now, though.
Yeah. Thank you for those that did donate to the
Mhm.
channel. You are in. Plus, all the
Things are looking
patrons,
good for you.
all the patrons that are here get the
Mhm.
opportunity to play patron.
Mm-hmm.
We got 2 new patrons last night. That was
I
exciting.
know, it's so cool.
That was super cool. All right, let's talk about her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about her. Crazy ass chick. Now, I did, you know me, I talk facts.
Yeah.
Stuff that I can back up. Same with you.
Yeah.
Stuff we can back up. But I just got to honorable mention.
Mhm.
There was a podcast I was listening to because I love to listen to podcasts and then look up the facts and see how different they are.
And see, I don't even touch I'm the opposite. I don't touch the podcast because I'm so afraid that I'm going to get
No.
hooked on something.
I do the research
then forget?
first,
Yeah.
and then I listen to the podcast or read the book or whatever.
Yeah.
I really get into this shit. Anyway, this girl was saying how Kath believed that a relationship with Satan was better than a relationship with JC. And so she really fostered that relationship that she had. I don't know if that's true. I couldn't find any facts to back that up. But what an interesting concept. It could explain so many things.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this wacky bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. MC says 2K streak. All right. So her parents were Albert Kemp. He was a timber worker, and Gladys Lee was her mom. She had 2 sisters. Her sister Barbara, her and Barbara were made military wards due to the poor parenting after Albert died in the war.
Do you want to see pictures of her?
Sure.
These are more recent pictures. Just so you guys are
By
aware.
the way, she's got a class I, just saying.
Just letting you know in advance because you can tell.
Now, there's a story about her teeth.
Okay.
She fell going over a wall to get a ball, and busted everything up. And her parents were like, I'm not taking you to a dentist. So they got infected and swollen.
Oh.
And that's the deal with teeth. I'll tell you about the eye later.
Okay.
But
I was hoping you had a story about the eye.
I do.
Which one's a fake one?
Can't you?
Yeah, I can.
That's a creepy.
I can, yeah. Okay, sorry.
But she looks like she runs a criminal empire.
She does.
Like, you see her.
Not so much on the right side. Like, on the right side where she's got, like, the more daylight coming at her. Like, it's the more redness of the other side where she looks kind of mad. She looks terrifying there. On the other side, she just looks like a sweet granny.
There's one of her smoking a cigarette, and she's like, I'm like, that would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. She's 5 feet tall.
Huh.
She's my height.
Yeah. Huh.
She'll bust some faces.
Coincidence?
I think not.
I think not.
Okay. So they go into their wards of the state.
Jerry, that sounds great. Reese's peanut butter cup and E.H. Taylor's small batch. Sorry.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Single barrel or small batch?
I think it's be a small batch.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. SIB is single barrel.
So Albert dies in the war. And Gladys is like, F this. She becomes a bigamist. So Kath's mom, like, marries 6 men. They call them seamen. She marries 6 seamen. And, yeah, there's that. So.
At once?
I think so.
Yes, confirmed small batch.
I think she did. So, so then her grandmother wasn't in any place to take her.
Okay.
So her great grandmother took her and Barbara. I mean, can you imagine as a great grandma, you're like, I'm gonna start over with these kids. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Huh. So anyway, when Kathleen hits the age of 15, they had a great life with great grandma, by the way. She provided this amazing life for them. It was good. And still has a great influence over her.
Okay, good.
I mean, she probably did, but.
I mean, it's got to be at this point, right? Kath was born in 1930?
Yeah. So, at 15, Kathleen meets. Mm-hmm. She meets this man named Dennis. Now, Dennis is a bit older, and Kathleen started getting, like, active at, like, 11. She didn't waste time. She wanted that attention and that stuff from guys. So she started out young, which, I'm sorry, 11?
That's young.
Do you even, I don't know how you know what you're doing at 11. But anyway, at 15, she meets Dennis. And she gets pregnant.
No.
She does. All of a sudden, she's fertile. So she has her first son at 16 and names the son Dennis. So for sake of not getting confused, we're going to call Dennis Sr., we're going to call him Dennis Ryan.
Okay.
And we're going to call her son Dennis.
Okay.
Okay? Got it. Hey, Scott Moody's here.
Hi, Scott.
Hello. Yes, don't underestimate short women, MC. Okay. So she gets pregnant, and then shortly after she gives birth, she goes over to Mom's house, which is great grandma. And there's this lady there. This lady's kind of been hanging around throughout the years, bringing different men over and saying, this is your uncle so-and-so. She finds out. She goes over. She's proud. She's like, here's my baby. And she finds out that the lady is Gladys, her mother. She didn't know. She didn't know that was her mom hanging out.
That's mean.
So she's all effed up in the head at this point. And
that's not right.
I know. So Dennis Ryan, the husband, he leaves to go serve in the Korean War after she says, by the way, I'm pregnant again. So 5 months pregnant, he's like, he's like, you know what? He enlisted and got the hell out of Dodge.
Such a man.
Such an asshole man. So so Peter gets born, because that's what happens. Gets born. There's this interview. There's a book about Kath. This woman interviewed her. It's called The Matriarch, Kathy Pentingill.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a part in there where Kathy's talking about giving birth, and she's like, back then it wasn't what it's like today. They lift your leg up, the baby just falls out. No, it doesn't. It does not. That is not how it works. But if that's your memory of it after 10 children, then, I might tend to believe you. Yeah. I mean, after 10 children, they probably do fall out.
I mean, maybe.
Anyway, so he takes off. Peter's born. Kath couldn't cope. So she gives the kids to Gladys, her mother.
Okay.
The mother that gave her away because she couldn't cope.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, Jennifer Lane. Hey. Cheers to you. Good to see you. Hello. Cheers. We made a cocktail. We're talking true crime.
Mm-hmm.
So now we got the effed up mother of the effed up mother raising the kids. Okay?
Yeah.
So now Dennis Ryan, he's been gone. He's in the war. He's doing his thing. He actually, I heard, got out back from the war and got married. Was still married to her. This bigamy thing was a real deal in this family.
Is this before or after she married 6 Stephen at one time?
Okay. So what? I'm getting it. Okay. So while he's at the war, she meets this guy. His name is William Billy Pierce. William Pierce. He goes by Billy. He is like the definition of bad boy.
Okay.
This is pretty much who kicked off her criminal life.
Okay.
Yep.
Now we know where it starts. Okay.
I mean, she was already doing some shit, but this was like where it got real.
Okay.
Yeah, well, after 10, they might just fall out. I mean, there's that.
Yeah.
So she meets this guy, Billy, and she has 6 children with him over the next 8 years. They were falling out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then, so Dennis gets back, never looks up his wife or kids. It's just like, peace out.
Such a man.
30 years later, they got divorced. Because by then, her criminal empire was bringing in cash, and she was worried that someday he'd come for it. So she filed for divorce. 30 years later. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, yeah, he was a bad guy. So let's talk about Billy for a second.
MC says, so nobody bothered to divorce. No. Her mom married 6 Stephen.
So Lil says they were probably common law married.
Could be.
So it's funny because Dennis originally, when she was pregnant, said, "I'm not marrying you." They brought a shotgun and everything, like total shotgun, and he's like, "No, not happening. You're gonna have to shoot me." So when they finally did decide to get married, she was so pissed off about it. She got in the bath and wouldn't get out until she was like super late for her own wedding. And he's like, "Are you getting out?" She's like, No, I'm not.
She's got sass.
Yeah, she's got sass. So, okay. So, they actually went to go live with Gladys, the kids, because she got involved with Billy and was like, don't need kids. And it served them well. They were off getting drunk, doing bad stuff. Don't need kids hanging out. And then Kath met a man named Jimmy Pentingill, known as Mr. Pentingill. All right. He was married and had a family in, I want to say, Northern Australia? Southern Australia? Anyway, she knew this. And she's like, I don't care. What he didn't tell her is he had a third family in Central Australia. The bigamy. Just saying. Okay. So, October 1st. Okay. Well, Jimmy did die in 1972, 5 years after they broke up. But he did father those last 2 kids.
Okay.
Okay. October 1, 1978. Keith and Dennis. I gotta do this now. I want to get these facts right. Okay, so here is the thing. October 1, 1978, Kath and Dennis Jr. go to pay a debt. So Kath's daughter, what was the daughter's name again? Jamie? No. We went through this.
The first one?
Yeah.
The first one, hang on. I just went over like 10 kids. Vicky.
So, yeah. So
yeah.
One of the, I think, Vicky, I think, she owed this debt. And the one thing, Vlad, how do you say your last name? Tepes? text. I don't think I've seen you here before.
Yeah.
Glad you're here. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Okay,
Okay, Lil says Vicky.
Lil
did
yes,
some
thank
research.
you, Vicky. Yes.
Because Lil's in Australia.
Not
okay.
not alias me.
No, not. Okay.
That makes so much sense
Mm.
though.
Okay.
So
So,
much sense.
So Vicky owed this debt. The one thing Kath hated was to owe anybody anything, period. So she finds out after a while that Vicky still hadn't paid this debt. Like she still owed it. And this chick that she owed it to was like, I don't know, like a prostitute. She was a prostitute. And Kath just really didn't like her. So of all the people she could owe money to, she's pissed. So she shows up there with $300 in her hand and she's like, I'll pay the debt myself. And who was it that went with her? Dennis went with her, Dennis Jr. And he's drunk and she's pissed. And they go banging on this door. And it was this girl and her friend.
Okay.
And I knew the names, but I didn't write them down because it was just so much information.
Yeah.
So look it up. They're behind the door and she's there and she's wanting to pay this debt. Something happens and they start feuding through the door. The door's closed. And they're like exchanging words and not being nice. And all of a sudden, Kath doesn't realize what's going on. This chick shoots through the door, hits Kath in the face, and Kath looks over and her eyeball is on Dennis's t-shirt.
Which one?
Can you imagine the look on Dennis's face? And it was a white t-shirt.
Of course, yeah.
Mom? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So then they take her and she goes into surgery and, you know, she's got flowers all around her and whatnot. Sean Peak, hopefully the glass one. No. Hi, Sean Peak. Okay, so we're going to move on from that. Now we know what happened to her teeth and now we know what happened to her eye.
All right. What about her hair?
I mean, that's just, that I don't know.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm
So,
sorry.
So this happens that's in 1978. But in 1971, at the age of 36, she had a heart attack.
I'm trying to figure out when she stopped having kids because I don't remember that number either. 65. Okay.
Yeah, 1965.
All right.
So,
Just checking. She's all
so
there.
she ends up in intensive care, and she recovers, and she's got to get a job, right?
Okay.
So she tries this like lounge that she's working at. And she got to know some of these high up gangsters, and one of them was there. And the boss is like, "Hey, you want to talk to him, or do you want this job?" She's like, "I want to talk to him. I'm out." She goes gets a job at a massage parlor. Massage parlor. And she's like, "So I went in, and I thought, oh, I know what this place is." She gives a massage, and she makes like $60. And she's like,
In the 60s? 70s?
"No, just a massage."
Oh, just okay. Just checking. All right.
Like she says, I'm chopping.
I'm trying to account for
legs,
inflation. You know.
Yeah. So, which that seems expensive for a plain old massage, but
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't supposed to.
In
be just
today's
a
day,
massage.
fine.
Yeah. So anyway, she's like, well, if I can get $60 for a massage, imagine what would happen if I just had sex with him. And that's actually like her words. So she goes in and she has sex with him.
She's still massaging something.
She's still massaging, and she says, it didn't bother me. I just looked at it a way to pay the bills. Okay, and I guess with her life, she probably was that disconnected where she's like, I have bills to pay. This will pay it.
Could have sworn you just say eyeballs to pay.
Eyeballs
like,
to pay.
I think I'm still stuck on that
My God.
image. Okay, carry on.
Okay. All right. So, the massage manager, his car gets blown up. So she's like, I'm the boss. She takes over this massage parlor, like running it. I mean, there's something to be said for right place, right time.
Yeah.
Opportunistic? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So she takes this over and she starts taking over a lot of these massage parlors and she starts running brothels. And
Takes out the white light bulb, puts in a red one.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. She's running these brothels. And she's like, man, these girls, they're like hooked on heroin, trying to forget what they're doing every day. She's like, I never gave a shit what I was doing. and they never said this, but I'm thinking about, she's running the brothels. The girls are hooked on heroin. It makes sense that you would have your kids run a heroin empire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was the shot caller. These kids wouldn't do the stuff on their own.
She said shot collar.
Shot caller.
Okay.
Or both.
She could have been both. I don't know.
Okay. So she's running these. The girls are strung out on heroin. There's alcoholism is rampant. In 1975, Victor was almost 17. Victor's one of the sons, remember? He is almost 17, but he was in the Tirana boys' home. Tirana, I hope I said that right. So he escapes from there. He's like, I'm going to celebrate my 17th birthday with the family. So she throws a party and knows he's going to escape to come celebrate. I mean, that's mom. I mean, oh, baby, I don't want to miss your birthday.
Yeah.
Just break out and come on over.
Lily, you get me.
So she had ankle surgery, and so she's upstairs laying down, and she couldn't go down to participate in the celebration. And she hears this noise outside, right? And she looks out the window, or goes out front, something. Maybe she goes out front, and she sees, she's legs all bandaged up. She goes out, and she sees Victor on the pavement with, who is he with? Lex.
Okay.
So Lex and Victor, the two sons, are on the pavement, and there's like 4 suits, like detectives, has a gun to Victor's head. So she goes hobbling out there in her bandaged up foot, and someone hands her a cloth purse with this massive perfume bottle. Like, the thing was huge. And she bashes the guy over the head, the cop. And he's like bleeding, his head splits open, he goes down to the ground. Lex like karate chops this other cop, and Victor takes off running down the street. Nothing ever came of that. They like questioned her and shit. She's like,
just walked away.
And she's like, her words were, that was a dirty big perfume bottle.
I'm wondering if he wants to know if she's the one who blew up the manager.
You know,
Suspicions. We wonder.
Facts. I'm not gonna. I have so many opinions on this shit.
Yeah.
That I had to just like go with the facts.
This is what we do know.
Okay. So at this point, now remember, she's 5 feet tall, and she takes out these detectives. Like, they're like, F this, I am not messing with this chick. She's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So this story could go on and on and on and on, because there's so many side stories with that many kids in an enterprise like this. We could do probably a Criminals and Cocktail on at least 6 of these kids.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to just go down Kath's criminal career, and then we're going to go on to her son, Dennis. This stream may go a little bit over, but the odds
juicy.
are really good for the mystery box, so it is going to be worth hanging out till the end.
And it's juicy.
It is juicy as
Yeah.
shit. All right, here's her criminal career that I could find, and there's a lot more details, but we're just going to run down it. 1976, she gets fined $60 for using the massage parlor for prostitution. $60 for being a madam.
That's what she made the first time she did an actual massage.
I find that funny as hell.
Just pay it off with that.
All right, 4 months later.
Can you take a check? Like $60.
Well,
Okay.
I don't think there was debit cards. Was there? I don't know.
No. In comparison to cash is what I mean.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's still a thing too, if you remember right.
Okay, so 4 months later, she gets 3 months in prison for harboring this known criminal, Joe Tongalani. Names are not my thing.
It looks right.
I
mean,
I'm gonna go.
look at my last name. Nobody can pronounce it right.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's that. So,
Doesn't offend me.
So she ends up going through appeals and shit, and gets it down to 9 days.
Wow.
So she does 9 days. Okay. Are you highlighting? Are you highlighting?
I'm looking.
Okay. So then later in 76, she gets unlawful possession, no driver's license, assault, hindering police, and using the premises for habitual prostitution. We're moving up on these charges.
Yeah.
1977, obtaining a checkbook and $4,000 by deception. She got 14 months in prison for that. Altogether, she only did 2 years, I think, in her, from what I could gather. So then in 84, she gets possession. Oh, no, wait, 83. She gets 28 days for 5 charges of assault. Now, you got to hear this story. She got drunk, went to a swimming pool, got into a fight with a big masculine woman. She used some really derogatory terms.
Okay.
And she's telling the police this. Meanwhile, the police are like, we don't care. She's like, they're wrenching my arms behind my back. She starts kicking the cops. One cop apparently, I don't know if it was true or not, but she asked this guy who put her in the cop car, she's like, what happened to this old guy supposedly kicked to death? So he had a heart attack. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what was said.
And then fell down 87 flights of stairs.
Right. So
that were made of rocks.
So she got drunk, got into this fight. She ends up with 5 charges of assault, and assault by kicking is what it was actually called. 1984, possession, unlicensed gun, a magnum, and assault on a police officer. The police raided one of their houses. Their enforcer was sitting out there, or someone, and they kicked the chair out from underneath them, and a gun fell out. So nobody stepped forward. She's like, I was waiting for one of my kids to like take the fall.
Yeah.
No one fessed up, so they're like, your house, your gun, you're going. Jeez. She's like, assholes. You know someone paid for that in the end.
Yeah.
1986, possession of a firearm and multiple drug offenses. The police dug up $200,000 worth of heroin in the backyard of a house that Dennis owned. 1988, conspiring to traffic heroin, trafficking heroin, and possession of heroin. All those charges were dropped. 1993, 6 drug trafficking charges and gun possession. 1994, she's 59 years old at this point in time. Now, hear this story. She goes to prison, right?
Okay.
There's this lady, Margaret, super sweet, pissed off this chick, Linda. Linda's like giving her a hard time, attacking her, assaulting her, beating her up, all this stuff, right? And Kathleen's like, I'm going in. I'm going to take care of you.
Okay.
So she goes in at 59 years old, and everybody loved her cooking.
Okay.
They especially loved her corned beef and cabbage, and she would make it every Sunday.
Okay.
And she told Linda, Margaret's under my protection. Don't effing touch her. And Linda did not listen and beat her up again. Then, to top it all off, she goes to Kath and says, we're all sick of your cabbage and corned beef, so shove it.
Okay, Chris just did a member chat, but it doesn't show up in our StreamYard, so I can't highlight it. But Chris said, cheers, lady. It's been a very busy here at work. I believe you.
Oh.
Thank you.
And
thanks for being a member for 2 months. Happy month anniversary.
And I saw Shauna Marie D with the $10 super chat. Thank you. You're in for 2.
I did highlight that, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
I appreciate that. I tried
you
to
were
do
on
that.
a roll.
I tried to do that for you too.
It's hard.
You still have a whole other section.
I know.
I'm trying to move this shit along.
I do.
There's so much.
There's so much.
Sorry about the cursing if it isn't welcomed in this chat. I don't know the rules here.
Oh, no,
have you not heard my mouth?
Yeah.
Did
we're cool with it.
Oh, you know what it is?
YouTube probably deleted it.
Yes, and there we go. They don't delete it. They just wait for a mod to show it.
Okay.
So I think we got there. It's okay. You're fine.
You're fine. Yeah.
As long as you're respectful, you can say all the words. It's
he used it very well.
Oh, I used it.
Yeah. I can tell you. I can highlight it just in case. Because it was actually a really good comment. It said, maybe your brush with Jess at an early age made her think, F it, life is short. I'm going to do what I want.
Probably.
Yeah.
So, 59 years old, Linda pisses her off. Kath says, it's on. She attacks her. She's on top of her. She's pummeling the crap out of this big chick. This chick is half her age. She's bigger. She's fitter. Mm-hmm. Kath is on top of her. They have to pull Kath off of her.
Oh, geez.
And she's like, had they not pulled me off, I wouldn't have killed her, but it would have been a lot worse than what it is. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting to this part. All right.
You know what I've just decided?
Lit.
We need another subscriber. Because right now we're at 2020. And I don't know about you, but 2020 didn't go very well for me.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I like it.
So, Kath, there's so much more. She was a badass bitch. Like I said, the crime underworld was scared of her. Some of the law enforcement was scared of her. I think her kids were scared of her. But there was one kid she never truly trusted.
Yeah.
and that was her eldest, Dennis.
Yeah.
So we're going to dive into Dennis for a little bit, and at the end of that, then we're going to do our giveaways, play some Plinko, and all the stuff.
And yeah, blood. No,
Dennis was Mr. Death. He was a successful bitch.
Yeah.
He was not nice.
Yeah. So Dennis Allen, and a quick dive into some of the associates with him, but like real quick dip of the toe into the pool kind of thing. So Dennis Bruce Allen was his name, Junior. Yeah, Junior.
Not Dennis Ryan.
Right. Actually, no, that's true. The middle name's different, so it's actually not even Junior.
Remember, we were Yes.
Yes.
Dennis Bruce Allen. The son.
Yes. He was born November 7th, 1951. He's the oldest son of Kath Pentingill, Kath and Dennis James Ryan, and then gave birth to Dennis Allen when she was 16. We covered all that. That's just a real quick review. Okay. Next up.
The young babies totally started falling out.
Yes. He was based in Melbourne. He was nicknamed Mr. Death or Mr. D. And then he was Mr. D. He was one of the most heinous criminals Melbourne has ever known.
Yeah, he was just violent. He's a bad guy.
He was alleged to have been involved in the deaths of 15 people, either carried out or delivered.
Somewhere,
Yeah, somewhere in there.
He was involved. Which tells me Kath was too.
Carried out or ordered, I guess is what I mean to say. Yeah, not delivered. Ordered, yes.
I was going to roll with it.
Yeah. I was thinking pizza. To be carry out or delivery. Yeah, carry out or ordered. Yes, okay.
It is.
And a police task force got together at one point and put the total at 11, but lots of people consider that to be quite conservative. Quite. Yeah. Erin, thank you.
Erin, hello, welcome, and thank you for the donation.
Kath says that he shot everybody in front of people and wanted an audience. Like, very few of the things that he actually carried out were done in secret.
That makes sense. They wanted to rule by fear.
Yeah.
So he's like,
Yeah. At one point, he dismembered a Hell's Angels biker named Anton Kenny using a chainsaw. This was in 1986. Then he put the remains into a barrel and dumped them in the Yarra.
Yeah, I mean, you're badass if you will dismember a Hell's Angel and get away with it with your life.
Right.
You're badass, dude.
Yeah. Mark, thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
At one point while he was trying to crash a party, he shot Chris Stockley. And Chris Stockley was a drummer for an Australian country rock band called the Dingoes.
The Dingoes.
The Dingoes.
They're so cute.
I know, that's really good. But Chris survived. He shot him, but didn't kill him.
Wow.
That was a big deal.
That was a
big deal. In the 1970s, he was sentenced for 10 years for assault. And he was reported to be a major player in drug dealing in Richmond and South Yarra areas in the 1980s. And at one point, it was reported that he was using 7 grams of pure speed a day.
I mean, you would have to do something to... I mean, I guess you wouldn't. You could be a complete psychopath. But it seems like you would have to do something to keep up that pace of killing.
I mean, I drink 2 cups of coffee a day, and I'm wired.
You're not allowed to have coffee.
Speed. Oh, I do it every morning.
No, I don't.
2 cups.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's the 3 o'clock coffee that really gets me running too much.
So much.
Yeah. And then he did avoid jail for quite some time because he had some information on quite a few corrupt members of the Victorian police.
That's what it was.
No,
it wasn't. Who's the head of the Victorian police? Maybe that's who had him.
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
But yeah.
I got excited.
In 1987, he died of heart failure while he was in prison custody. And he was in custody because he was awaiting trial for murder. At the time, he was 35.
So let me get this straight. This drug lord that kills all these badass people dies of a heart attack. In prison. While waiting for trial.
So the coroner said that his heart fell apart after all that speed. Like it just basically crumbled. So I do believe the heart failure. Yeah.
Oh, Lil.
Yeah.
You know what? Lil, I'm going to message you later when I remember who the hell it is in this theory. I can't believe I didn't write it down because I was so intrigued by it.
Yeah.
Shit. Google it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Who did they think?
We'll figure it out.
Did it. All right. Sorry.
So Dennis did have a daughter named Jade.
Oh, I know.
I feel like
interviews with Jade are heartbreaking.
Oh, yeah. I want to
We
do a
should
whole
link
episode on
those.
Jade just to like show how good of a person she is.
We should
good
have
of a
put a
person.
link to that interview.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
all the woulda, coulda, shouldas.
So Jade's mom name is Sissy. And we're going to talk about Sissy for a quick second.
I love that.
So at one point after Jade was born, Sissy was beaten and Alan had assisted in this assault. And I'm not going to go into details about this event because it was quite a
Brutal.
long and brutal event and I don't want to go there. So what I'm going to say is that at one point she was put into the trunk of a car. So Alan's sister-in-law, Wendy. Now, Wendy Pierce.
Alan?
Yes. Wendy is the one that was a partner to Victor Pierce.
Okay. So she's like a daughter-in-law.
Right, yeah, basically
Okay.
a daughter. They never actually married, technically, but yeah.
Yeah. We're going to
so
call her daughter-in-law.
Wendy saw Sissy in the back of the trunk and her throat was cut, but she was still gasping for air. She was still alive. And Wendy was like, do not just leave her here to suffer. Please do not take her to a railway station and leave her there instead of just letting her die slowly right here. So the driver took her to a train or to a railway station. I'm not going to say train station because that was Yellowstone. Took her to a railway station and left her there. She was found almost immediately and she was taken to the hospital and she did survive that.
God, I read about that instance and all I could think of was, I don't know if I would want to survive that.
I know.
Anyway.
Yeah, but she did survive. She was taken to the hospital. But then in August of 1926, she was 27 years old. Or sorry, 1980s. Did I say 26? Sorry, I was thinking 27 years. At 1986, she was 27 years old. Sissy hung herself in prison, and she left a note saying that she just wanted the pain to stop. At the time, Jade was 4 years old.
Yeah.
That's it. But Jade had seen drug abuse and violence all before she even started school.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
like,
I mean,
up until she was 5,
she's
like,
in a
she
crime
saw
family.
all of this stuff. And she said that she remembers the violence, but she never felt scared because it was just kind of normal, and that's all she knew.
It's all she knew.
But
like,
she did say that she felt safe and loved.
yeah.
Like, everybody loved her.
That was Kath's thing. Oh, Kath would love bomb. And
Yeah.
they didn't know. I mean, they knew what they were doing was not good.
Yeah.
But there was that sense of belonging and loyalty and I'll take care of you. And
I have some pictures. I'm so sorry.
okay.
Here's Alan. That's nice. That is
Alan.
that is
Dennis?
Dennis. Sorry, you're
That's
right. Sorry,
Dennis.
Dennis Allen. Sorry, I put the last name. Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Dennis Allen. Yes, thank you.
The son, the eldest son.
Yes, that's
Is like, hello.
that's Adam Levine off of Wish, is what that is.
I do not find him attractive at all.
Yeah.
I mean, first
No,
of all,
the mullet.
that's a lot of bling.
He was like known for wearing all that.
Yeah, I mean, like,
That's
ew, I don't know.
that's a
yeah.
whole thing. But here
It's like, what
is
you doing?
a picture of him with his shirt on. Offering a cigarette to baby Jade.
Yeah, that tracks with this family. Yeah.
Dude.
Is it a cigarette or is
It's a
it?
cigarate.
It's not.
Yeah, you can see the filter, the orange filter,
Oh, you're
right
right.
over on
Yep,
the back
you're
side of
right.
his fingers. Yeah.
He's like, just breathe in.
Yeah. She's like a year old, not even. She's a baby. Yeah. So
All the cool
she
babies
felt
do
safe
it.
and loved though.
Well, and I'm sure she did.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, that's what keeps this family together and loyal and doing the things they do is that they were safe.
Yeah.
And they were loved.
And remember in 1986, Jade was 4 years old in 1986. That's when Anton Kenny was dismembered and she was home during that.
Yeah.
She was home. She saw it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. At age 5, however, is when Dennis had passed away. And so she was an orphan. And Alan, because he had made so much money on all of his things, had made a will to make sure that his daughter was looked after. And Kath was supposed to raise her. But they ended up being raised by Sissy's mother, Heather Hill.
Yeah.
So the will was kind of ignored and they pushed over here instead. And while she was growing up, Jade was told numerous lies about her parents' deaths. She had heard that they had been in car crashes and multiple other things. But when she was 12 or 13 years old, that's when the matriarch book came out and she read it. And she learned everything.
Oh my
Everything. At 12 or 13 years old?
Real quick.
Yeah.
We got Z-Man.
Z-Man,
Cheers, glad you're here. Jerry Black is here as well.
Yes. Cheers.
And Jeb Singleton joined late Yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We're doing all the stuffs, guys. We're doing all the giveaways. We're doing all the funs. We're drinking the drinks, and we're talking the crime. So I'm glad you're here with us.
So at this point, I do have a somewhat recent photo of Jade.
Okay.
This is her.
Aww.
She's so cute.
I mean, wow.
So she does hate when she sees her father portrayed as a monster. So I tried to just, give some facts about him and not really make it look real bad because I don't want to make Jade sad. But she detests Kath.
Yeah.
Absolutely detests her because she failed to provide help when it was needed. And thank goodness that Heather Hill, I keep wanting to say Heaven Hill. Heather Hill came in and was able to keep raising her. So that's good. Jade does have 4 children, and 3 of them live with her. And every day she thrives and she fights her demons and she wins time and time again. She has been diagnosed with OCD, and she uses that to her advantage. She has a cleaning business. And she reports that cleaning keeps her from thinking. And so she just uses that to her advantage, and she's turned her obsession into a one-person professional cleaning business. And she usually works on Airbnbs during the turnovers.
Gotcha.
So she found a really good job.
Okay. So we have Jeb Singleton. Thank you so much. Don't know what the crime is. It is the Pentingill family. Mom runs a crime family with her kids.
But you saw this.
And
you just needed to get in on it.
Vlad.
That's nice.
I just got to say, that's terrible.
Yes.
That's terrible. Okay.
And then the last thing that I'll say about Dennis is that in November 2022, so like
last year,
6 months ago, his former home hit the rental market at just $490 per week, which was an absolute steal. But they do disclose in the listing that there were only 13 murders committed on this property.
Well, shit, that's a bargain.
Only 13 murders.
Oh my gosh. I was going to say, you got to plug in your
window.
thing. It's going to die.
It's giving me.
Her thing's going to die.
Yeah, okay, there we go. We're good. All right, so I kept saying we were going to put a pin in this. We're going to talk about the Wall Street police shootings real quick.
By the way, I forgot to say that the only reason Jeb gave a donation to our channel is he saw the chest and gold.
He saw this.
Oh, all that bling.
And he just couldn't stay away.
It was the look in the eyes.
Yeah.
They locked eyes.
Like,
and they were like, I must donate money.
Yeah. Okay, so the Wall Street police shootings.
Oh my God, you guys, if you stick around for nothing but this is freaking crazy.
Yeah. I know, Lil, that's what I was thinking. I was like, $490. Okay, I mean, if you can get over the murders, like, that's okay.
Lil, how far is Melbourne from you? Because I know nothing about Australian geography.
Okay, so Wall Street police shootings. Here's a really, really quick overview. You can spend a lot more time diving into this, and we could do a whole episode on this, but I'm just going to give like a real quick.
Yes.
Here's what happened. So
now, before you dive in,
yes,
I want to answer a quick question.
Oh, yes.
Is it Mamuka? 1977?
Yes.
First of all, glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. We made a cocktail. Kathy Jo showed us how. This is, say it again.
This is the Boulevardier.
Boulevardier. And we made it with larceny barrel proof.
Campari. Oh, wait, sorry.
Yeah.
The type, yes.
Yeah. The
A122.
A122.
Yes.
And then in our blends, we are drinking C922.
Yes.
Of larceny.
Because,
that's what we do. Got it.
It's all gone now. Okay, so Wall Street police shootings. This was in 1988, October 12th, 1988. So constables Steve Tynan, who was 22,
okay,
and Damian Eyre, who was 20.
Okay.
Babies. Just
and
babies.
These are who?
These are constables.
Constables.
Yes.
So this is like the same as like a detective or
like an officer, I think. Lil?
Is it like a chief of police? Anyway, it's police of some sort.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
And they're babies, like 20 and 22.
Oh,
so they were responding to a report of an abandoned car on Wall Street, which is in South Yarra, Melbourne. And Trooper. Okay, yeah. Trooper. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And they were gunned down.
Damn it. You know what? I'm sorry, but nothing pisses me off more than some kind of cop just
responding to a call.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, so constable is a general officer. Okay,
got it.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Yes. Okay, so Victor Pierce, Trevor Pettingill, Anthony Lee Farrell, and David Lee McElvoy were found.
Two sons?
Yeah, 2 sons and 2 associates.
Got it.
They were found all of them were found not guilty. They were acquitted.
But like everybody knows they did it.
There were 2 more too. Yeah, everybody knows it.
Everybody knows they did it, but I mean.
But then there were 2 more. Jed Houghton and Gary Abdallah. I really hope I said those names at least close to correct.
Words.
They were shot and killed by Victoria police before they were brought to trial. So there was actually 6.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm sorry. That was very bad.
But we know what you mean.
Lil says it's happened here recently. Hits more when it's work colleagues.
Oh, darling.
Lil, I'm so sorry.
Darling.
For those of you that don't know,
We love you.
Lil is in Australia, and she is part of those protecting the Australian
Yes.
people. And I'm so sorry it's your colleagues.
We love you very much. I'll give you hugs in like 3.5 months.
I can't do the math, but soon.
Yeah, soon.
Okay. Sorry.
Upon receiving the verdict, there was a broadcast that went out to every police officer in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And they told them to resist any acts of retaliation against the defendants. So basically, they were all acquitted, and then every single police officer and constable, there we go, every single constable and higher up from there, I know names, was told to back off. Do not retaliate.
Yeah, no kidding. Because A, they had ties in the department, and B, they're badass, ruthless, violent family
Yeah.
that is very loyal. And I'd be scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared just telling this story. She's still alive.
And then remember that Wendy, who was the widow, but they never actually married, of Victor, was charged with perjury and sentenced for 9 months. And in 2005,
Wait,
I'm going to go back to that. Yeah.
Oh.
And in 2005, we're going to go back. I said this earlier, but in case you weren't here, in
We
2005,
put a pin in it.
Wendy sat down with a media interview and said how Victor was the one who planned and carried out the murders. But he had died in 2002, so he couldn't be charged.
So that's right. She lied, went into witness protection until they got acquitted, came back out. Then when he died, she's like, oh, I lied.
Oh, hey, by the way,
He did it.
and I'm wondering, I have a
But
suspicion.
she's scared.
I have a suspicion that she was just like, oh, we're going to pin all of this on Victor because he's dead now and they can't do anything. And then they'll back off of everybody else.
Yeah, that's how that family rolled. I could see that.
So,
But I will say, guys, Kath, of all her kids, she did not trust Dennis. Like, I feel like she always thought maybe she'd go to sleep and never wake up.
yeah.
Like, she didn't trust him because he was freaking crazy.
Mr. Death.
She couldn't, like, control him, so to speak. Well, I mean, she could, but it was hard.
And Lil, yeah, she probably did make money off of it. Yeah. So,
Don't pay for stories. I mean, don't. Now, see, like, isn't it in the U.S. that if someone gets convicted of something and they go to prison, they can't benefit off of, like, books and shit? I think that's a thing. Is that a thing?
I don't know. I feel like that sounds right.
They shouldn't get
They
to.
shouldn't.
And so the thing that, okay, if you guys, I swear, if you really want to deep dive into this, there's a couple things I would suggest.
Yes.
Google it.
Yeah.
But the hard part, if you want to look up Kath, like, you can find all kinds of shit on Dennis. He was a crazy dude.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at Kath, really, she is like media gone. Like, you have to buy a book, the biography.
Yeah.
Or you have to, I think there's 2 actually books written about her. Or, I mean, really, there's not a lot out there. And she's still alive. And they're kind of like, her income now is based off of the very dysfunctional brothels that she has now. And her,
I've never seen a functional brothel. I don't know.
I mean, it's more dysfunctional than most. Anyway, and then her criminal enterprise that now feeds her.
Mm-hmm.
But she is very laid back, low key, no internet presence. She's staying out of the public eye. But her family has still been tied to so many crimes.
Mm-hmm.
And she's freaking old. But I'll tell you what, I am 5 feet tall, and I can't even imagine me doing half the shit she did, unless I was drunk. So it just, I can't wrap my head around. I mean, how old is she now? I want to say 80. I know.
85.
80,
No,
yeah.
older than that.
No, I want to say like 80.
88? If she was born in
I wanna say-
35?
Math. I
Yeah.
know I looked this
If
up.
she was born in 35, then that would make her 88.
Yeah, Vlad,
Yeah.
I agree. So anyway, it's like, I think she was a product of her environment as a child. However, there's a lot of children that had effed up parents that don't create a criminal empire full of multiple deaths, gun running, drug trading. I mean, just so much.
Yeah.
And that chick would cut her own kids if they double crossed her.
Yeah.
And they didn't, though, because she took care of them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to know, bless you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Feel better now.
I don't know how many brothels, but you know what?
No, because I said I don't know of very many functional brothels.
I mean, it depends.
I
Kathy
mean-
Joe, those 5 that you went to last year, were they? No, I'm just kidding.
I have the right to remain silent.
No, but
Anything I say can and will be used against me.
But
On
there's
the
a
YouTubes.
lot of shit on the internet about Dennis. There's also a lot of documentaries. There is the Australian film that it does have some fictional stuff, but you can actually Google and see what's fiction and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
I literally found this entire article about what was fictional in Animal Kingdom and what was not.
Perfect.
And I
Thank you,
didn't.
Richie.
I found the article, but I didn't read it because I didn't want it to screw up my fact finding. So I'm going to go back and read it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's I want to watch the film, binge watch Animal Kingdom. I think it's on Netflix. It's amazing. All right, we're gonna do the drawing. The doggos are here. Oh, hi, Cody. So, Kathy Joe's lovely daughter just brought us our doggies.
She's a junior as of like 4 hours ago. She's a
sweet.
junior in the high
I love
school.
that girl.
Oh, mustard yawned.
Nimrex is here. Cheers. Hey, Nimrex, you got here just in time for the yawning dogs.
You might have to reach down and grab
Aaron
her.
Pierce says, deny. Hello, baby. Are you running from Cody?
Okay, yes. And MC says, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I mean,
She's
yeah.
like going fun for me, so thank you, Cody.
With peanut butter cup ice cream. Oh, Mark, that sounds amazing.
The Bunny Ranch in Pahrump. Yep, Jerry
Yeah.
Black, it's a thing.
Okay,
Okay. And that's why William Hall cannot go to Vegas.
fair.
Okay,
Here's the thing, and I know I can say this because Tim hasn't said anything in the chat, so he's not here. The thing is, I got hang on, I have to look at the name. So the Mecca Multi-Ho, the Westland pick.
Hope.
That Vic is on.
Yes.
You know that one?
Yes.
I got that for Tim for Father's Day. And it has to sit in my office for the next 3 or 4 weeks or however long until Father's Day because I can't give it to him early.
Bring it up here.
I might bring it over
bring
here
it
and be
here.
like, hey, this is Will's, and then take it home with me. But all these people are pairing it with stuff, and I am looking forward to it.
So,
Oh.
I was going to say it is 7:30. We're going to do 10 minutes to get in the giveaway. Last count, I think MC, it was like 20 something.
I did 5. 'Cause
Yeah.
we have other people going on
Entries.
right now.
And we don't want to keep going over the top of
Yeah.
people. So we're going to do 10 minutes. We're going to wrap. We're going to wrap. I said 10.
All right.
Well, I was going for a quarter till.
Okay.
So we're
All right,
wrapping
no,
up
that's
at
fair.
10,
Okay.
29
All
last
right.
call. 10 minutes. We're going to shut it down. We're going to do 2 pick it or pass it mystery games. Then we're going to play Patreon Plinko. So
Yeah.
patrons that are here, you have 5 more minutes for a shot at joining and doing that. And then we're going to all go over and see who's on. Are the lights on tonight?
Deathless Dogs are on
Deathless
right now.
Dogs. Bourbon
And then
Bites comes on
Clifton's in a
at
few minutes.
8.
At 8, yeah. Or 8 our
I
time.
don't know. Is I don't know if Dan and Julie are.
I
on or
haven't seen
not.
anything.
Hi,
Oh,
baby.
Mustard Yawn.
Mustard Yawn.
Is yawning.
If you're new to our
There.
channel, the Yawning Dogs, every time they
Mhm.
yawn, you must take a drink.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't must, but
No,
we
you
don't-
must.
No, because that would make
No,
us
I
lie.
know.
You do not have to. However, the lights are on now, so everybody's going to either go to Deathless Dogs
Yes.
or the likes, and we will see you in one of those chats.
There it is. Okay, there. I see it
No
now.
Clifton tonight. He's in Hawaii.
Oh, and then I
Okay.
with Two Soul Spirits.
Oh,
You know, I was looking at this.
Oh
And I
yeah.
was like,
So the likes have two. Okay.
Okay.
So when we wrap up, everybody can jump over there.
or did Deathless Dogs?
Okay. So I'm.
Oh,
Yawning Dog.
Why did we bring her in here? Oh my gosh.
Vlad.
Oh, that's right. Clifton isn't on tonight. He's in Hawaii. Thank you.
Yeah. We don't listen to each other.
No, we
It's
don't.
Okay. It's fine.
No. That's what I was probably trying to figure out if the lights were on, and then MC said they were, all the things.
Oh, Jennifer Lane.
Oh, thank
She's
you.
$20 super chat says, love y'all. Jennifer said for 4th. We love you too.
There it is.
Good to see you again. Huh.
And then William Hall says 3 more entries, please and thank you.
Thank you, William, for that donation. We love that.
Oh, and Cam's on now too. Okay, thank you.
Oh, that's right. I don't know.
We should probably write this down.
We really should, because I really hate going over the top of people. I really try not to. Kathy Jo is very aware of who's on. And when we decided to do Criminals and Cocktails, it was really the only time.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do it. So once a month, we do try to keep it to a half hour into their shows, but sometimes it runs a little over.
Yeah.
But we try.
Richie says the likes and deathless locks are live, but keep going.
Thank you, Richie. You know what? Richie Z has been around a while. Like when I first came into the whiskey community, Richie's like, cheers. And back then I was Michelle Lynn in chat.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, cheers, Michelle Lynn.
What are you doing, sis?
Mm.
So,
William Hall, did you take a drink for that one?
I said,
And that one.
oh, Ellie.
Cheers. It's a great game. Ellie used to never yawn.
I had a instance today where I got out of the car and filled it up with, oh, there's another yawn. Son of a
Good
nutcracker.
All right. I'm going to need more whiskey. These dogs keep
Yes.
Yeah.
So I jumped out of the car, filled it up with gas, came back in. Mustard was sitting in my seat, and I have like the seat coolers, like the fan seats, that people. And so Mustard was like curled up in my seat. And so I went to sit down, and she was not moving. So I just kind of got where I was, and she ended up sitting behind me with her head popping out right here where the seatbelt is, And she just sat there with her chin on the seatbelt, laying behind my bum the whole drive until we got to our next destination. I have so many pictures. It was so funny. Not while I was driving, while I was at the stoplights and whatnot, but yeah, it was pretty good. Oh, Mustard Young.
I love William Hall doing the Mustard Ellie emojis.
They're so cute.
And, Richie Z, you're so sweet. And Shauna agrees. Richie Z is the best. And Vlad also agrees.
Oh.
Richie Z, you have a fan club. I cannot wait to meet Richie. We've talked about this, Will and Richie and I, we're definitely trying to coordinate this because I just want to have a drink with Richie. I feel like we've known each other for a long time.
I know.
Hi.
You're so
What
pretty.
you doing? You come here often?
Oh, I said you're so pretty, and Mustard looks at me like, you're talking to me, right?
All right, we are down. Let's see. We are down to, wow, that is a long 10 minutes.
I'm telling you.
It's okay. It's all right. I need something to talk about. What are we talking about?
Okay.
First of all, let's.
Here, I have the picture. Look at this face.
Can you see
I
it?
hope so. I hope you can see that. It's fantastic.
I can kind of see it.
You can kind of see
A little
it.
bit.
Yeah,
It's
a
all
little bit.
right. Lil says we are meeting Richie Z in September. Okay.
Because he's coming to Idaho?
Oh, that
No,
would be
there's
gay.
Yeah.
Oh, William Davalar says finally sitting down. Cheers, everyone. Way to come in at the end. It's okay. They're just sitting down on the patio. What the hell are you doing?
I mean, Tim's not here.
Oh, Tim's not
No,
here.
Tim's not here. He's creating a sprinkler system in my. Oh, dang it! He just went and got all the stuff he needed to make a sprinkler system for our lawn.
So William could have went to the neighbor's birthday party.
He could have.
Oh, there goes that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I know my child has been trying to get tan.
She won't drop you. I promise. Kathy Jo just tosses the dog.
It happened
Tosses
one
the dog.
time.
Tosses the dog. Joseph Magnus is better with some airtime. Which one?
He said the triple cask finished
I still think. Okay. No. Did he? Where?
earlier, like
Oh, okay.
10 minutes ago.
See, I like it. I'm not a huge Old Elk fan. There's been a couple that I like, but for the most part, not really. The wheat. I did not care for the
You
Old
did
Elk wheat.
not know.
Mm-mm.
There was one that you put I don't even remember what it was. It was against a Bardstown. We were doing the blind, and it was an Old Elk and a Bardstown, and the Old Elk won. For
I
you.
yawned. Is that like a double? Is that like a double drink? Have I yawned?
That's a finish your drink, I feel like.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so yeah, I don't remember now, but I was so
Oh,
surprised because
yawn.
I'm not an Old Elk fan. I'm out of whiskey now. Okay.
I think it was the Armagnac finish, if I remember right. I'd have to go back. think about it a little bit.
Okay, so in chat, Old Elk. There's a lot of different Old Elks.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite? I only like a couple of the finished ones. We do have the Gold Elk.
Yeah.
The Gold Elk was a pick that we tried that we liked. We forgot to ask. We were at a restaurant.
Yeah.
We were with friends. We forgot to ask the price, and so we got it along with Elijah Craig pick. And it was, what was it? $160, I think.
It was a lot.
Will, correct me if I'm wrong. It was $160, and I'm like, what the hell? So we called it a Gold Elk from then on.
Yeah. Lester's looking at herself in the TV.
Mm.
It's real cute.
Vlad says the sherry and the cognac notes seem to hit too subdued for me on the Joseph Magnus. It's ramped up on the Sherry Castle though. Okay.
Will says we have the Infinity Blend. It's quite nice.
Ooh, dish nice.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Will
yeah,
says it was
yeah.
around 160. And Mike was so pissed. Oh my God, he was so mad. We had to like reel him in and be like, it's okay.
Breathe,
It's our
breathe,
fault.
breathe.
We didn't ask the price.
That's funny.
Do you need more whiskey?
Do you know how long it's been since we've finished a stream and walked out to sunshine?
So excited.
I
I
know.
love our once a month Thursdays
Me
because
too.
they're earlier. They are
Yeah.
hard to get to, and a lot of it falls on Kathy Joe. But I freaking love all of you guys that we don't usually get to see that
Mhm.
hang out with us at 6 o'clock on a Thursday.
Yeah. It's nice.
And I'll be honest, I don't know how many people actually love our true crime and cocktails.
I do.
But if you love it, I'm glad you love
I
it.
bet you 29
And if you-
people do.
If you don't love it, I'm so glad you're here anyway. Thanks
Yes.
a lot.
Thank you.
Okay,
I think Lester's trying to get on the counter.
we have 2 more minutes, and we're going to start doing
Yes.
giveaways. 2 more minutes. Now, MC, you've got them all in, and you're going to send them to the randomizer,
Yes.
and we're going to go from there.
Yes.
Oh, Chris BWE says, Women of Whiskeys, I love the True Crimes and Cocktails. Cheers.
You.
Hi, Chris.
Chris, you're not off for a couple
Okay.
more hours, right?
Sorry we missed your birthday. I'm
I
so
know.
sorry. We were not available.
Yeah.
But happy birthday.
Yes.
Oh, hello, sweet baby. He's off at 10.
Okay. So yeah, you've still got a little bit.
You know, and by the time we wrap this up, Dan and Julie and Dan from Deathless Dogs are going to be good to go, and that's when the shit gets good. That's when it gets good.
Yeah.
So,
Can I tell you a story about Chris?
So Chris, actually, there are a lot of things going on in May, and we personally, Will and I, had some stuff going on the last couple weeks, but normally I would have totally loved to hang out with you and Amanda.
Yes.
Sean Peake says Women of Whiskeys love the crimes and cocktails
thank
as
you.
well.
Oh, Rex Lugo's in at the
Oh, you're in, Reigns. You're in.
All right.
Hi, by the way.
Yes, hi. We haven't seen
How
you in a
are
minute.
you? You missed the whole crime, but I'm so glad you came in to say hello.
Okay, so the
Yes.
other day I had to do a hand delivery with Chris.
Yes.
We have a gas station that we meet at. It's fantastic. And then Mustard gets
They
to
meet
see
at
him.
the gas station parking lot.
I know. And Mustard is ecstatic. She loves these days. She's like, it's time to see Chris. So he was unable to drink the penicillin cocktail when I made it and put the little video up because he was
Yes.
at work for like extended, he was working like a lot of hours that week. So I took a little sample bottle and made all of the mixers for the, oh my goodness, for the penicillin cocktail. And then when I met up with him, I gave him one of those and I was like, also, you have to sit at work for the next 10 hours and know that this is sitting waiting for you. So I'm so sorry. But he was able to go home and drink it afterwards. So
Nice. I did see that.
he said he
picture.
liked it.
Regs, that's a freaking great reason. Congratulations. And
And cheers to you.
oh, and if I could not have dogs and I could reach my glass, but just mentally cheers. Okay, cheers. Thank you. Oh. Mm-hmm.
There you
No
go.
trust. Okay.
Okay. She got some.
That's awesome.
I can take you back. She's so comfy though. Look at that
I
face.
know.
Oh
These
my
two are
gosh.
best friends.
Look
These
at her
two.
little paw up here.
MC says we love a chaotic pregame with
Oh.
CNC. Okay.
Same.
Good. All right. So we are at 7:40 our time. We're gonna cut that giveaway off. Right,
Okay.
you made it in by the hair of your
Yes.
skinny. Skinny.
Your
Your
chin,
skinny.
chin.
Your chin's. Okay.
We don't know what your chin
I
looks
don't
like.
know.
I'd rather just not think about
Mama
it.
Good 1977 says cheers. Women of Whiskey, CJ, thanks again for making the pre-mix for me. Amanda and I enjoyed sitting on the patio and sipping cocktails.
Oh, yay!
All right, Mustard's gonna crawl up and probably lick the microphone. Nope, she's drinking the outside of my drink. Can we not do that? All right. In a similar bind, need to get another pour, but there's a fat cat on my lap. I get it. It's a struggle.
Okay.
I gotta get my alcohol.
So we need our number
away from
randomizer.
Mustard. What?
We need our number randomizer.
Yes.
Can you tell us how many entries
40.
there are? 40. Oh, perfect.
Nice
Okay.
odds. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. And
Dun,
one,
dun, dun, dun,
two,
dun.
40 is number 4.
4. And we're
Okay.
gonna randomize this stuff.
Yes.
1, 2, 3 times.
Yes. Okay.
You know, I get the dog right here, and she's cute.
She's real cute.
She's real cute.
She's real cute.
Okay, so patrons, we're gonna start dropping the poll for the criminals and cocktails a couple weeks in advance, so we have a little more time to research. So start watching for that. Patrons get to vote on the crime that we do and the cocktail that we do. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Make sure you watch the weekly wow that kind of talks about what we're going to be doing, when we're going to be doing it.
Yeah.
Thanks again for supporting, but we love it.
Yeah.
Michelle, Deathless
really,
Dogs
really
likes it now. Drums and drams are live, but keep going. Did that just come back up again? Okay.
Maybe. Maybe.
Drums and drams. Now, can I tell you, with those 3 channels, they're all different. So depending on what you like, you're going to find something after us. Guarantee it. Mustard, please don't jump.
Mustard.
Please don't jump. It's a long way down.
Mustard, come here, baby.
I'm literally sitting on a wooden platform on a bar stool because it's so far down and I'm so short. If I stood up, you'd like see my head. All right, how we doing on that randomizing?
I think good.
All right. And then we're going to play some Patreon Plinko. Here's your baby's dogs. How do I get your dog over here? Side note,
Because she
share
loves you so
gold
much.
via Venmo.
Oh,
Okay,
yes, thank
MC, you did get Regs Lugo,
Yes.
correct? And I will say we did get a couple new patrons. I really wanted to make sure we got Josh, which is
Yes.
Haley's husband.
I think we have. I wrote them down.
And we got
Josh Johnson and Aaron Pierce.
yes,
Yes,
thank you
and
for
Aaron's here today.
thank you for being new patrons.
Yes,
And
thank you.
doesn't matter what level you are, you get an opportunity to possibly play Patron Plinko. Hi.
You are
Riggs
so
did get
cool.
in. Okay, awesome. Don't forget, when you enter one of these, you have to be here at the end because you got to pick stuff. We can't do that for you.
Yeah.
William says, sometimes I sit in the bar, have a drink, and play Plinko. You do not. You get the Plinko out.
I do it too.
I know, it's really fun.
If we're being honest.
It's the sound of the little...
The ding, 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 ding,
So
ding.
this local guy made it for us and the boxes, and I love the sound that makes.
It's so cute.
so weird. Well, of course you do, William.
It's so cute. We have a winner.
We do.
Mom.
Mom!
Sorry, she said that, and then I saw it, and I forgot to highlight it because
Oh.
we were talking about other things.
I didn't see it.
It was right here, and then Mama said that he chooses number 3.
3. Okay,
Okay,
doggy
I would take
pass.
the Ellers.
Doggy pass.
Okay, you can see
Okay.
Mustard's face right here.
I
It's real cute.
know. All right. Number 3. Got it. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Dun, 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 dun. Free Ranch Rye.
Ooh.
Free Ranch Rye. High, what's it called? 100 proof. Got to put the glasses on, I'm telling you. So you can pick this or you can pass it and get one more shot at another box. What are you going to do, Mom? What are you going to do? Mustard, what are you going to do? So while we wait for that, Em, if you want to tell us how many entries for the next one,
I think it'll be 38 because Mom did 2.
you let her do her
I think
job.
you're right.
Because MC lives on the East Coast, if I'm right. And, okay, haven't had that before, so I will keep it. Thanks, and cheers. Cheers, congratulations, Mustard Yawn.
Oh, no.
Anyway, MC only gets to track when we do this, so we very much appreciate that.
So, Malam, do we get to meet you at the winery again to
Yes, Thursday,
change
she
that
says.
over?
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. Mom, let's make a planet yawn. 2 yawns.
Okay.
Holy heck, here we go. Everybody take 2
So,
drinks.
1 through 38, it's going to randomize as we go. 24.
24.
Drink.
Regs Lugo, we are drinking, say the cocktail. She says it.
Boulevardier.
Boulevardier with Larceny, a
122.
Yes. And then we also, in our blends, have Larceny C922. What's everybody else drinking?
Yes.
Oh, another yawn. Everybody drink while we get ready to ramatize.
Mm-hmm.
Let's ramatize. Let's ramatize.
We ramatized.
We ramatize.
Yes, it is done.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh. We did. We're just waiting for the answers.
Yes.
Got it. Drank.
Oh my gosh,
Says,
mustard.
Greg says it sounds efficient.
Why? Mustard's falling asleep sitting up.
Mark Amenecker, you win! Yay, Mark! Pick a box. A mystery box.
You could do 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, but I wouldn't
Don't
recommend three.
pick 3.
I wouldn't
Just-
recommend it.
Don't pick.
Yeah, it's gonna be not.
Look at that serious look.
I know.
She's
She's-
side eyeing you.
No, she's trying to fall asleep sitting up, is what she's doing.
Oh, and there goes a yawn. That was a
Yeah.
half a
Oh
yawn.
no, that's still a drink.
That's a half a sip. Oh, bourbon for bacon's here. Cheers. Oh my
He
goodness.
says sweet. It's
Sweet.
been a minute. 6, please.
6, please.
Okay.
Yay.
Oh, hang on. I'm stuck to the stool again. My goodness, why do I wear shorts?
Oh, wandering mango. Magoo. Nice.
It's time to bring the towels back out. Okay, here we go. The
Dun,
winner is
dun,
okay. So it's the Women of Whiskey's Pearlized Tumbler, which when we were doing the stream at my house, you could really see the pearl
Yeah, not here.
on my crappy little webcam, and a Criminals and Cocktails pin.
So here's the
Here's the
thing:
thing.
you
Okay.
can pick it or pass
I'll
it.
leave it up.
It's a pit. Is
If you want to go back to the Irish stream and look at the pearlization, it's pretty. You know what I should do? I should just take a video of it.
and I'm the one with the expensive camera. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with your dog here?
She loves you.
Is that I don't have any
Any
room.
M, any
I know
M.
I don't have any room. I'm so sorry.
Bourbon for Bacon says congratulations on 2K, ladies. Last night was fun. I
Last,
agree.
last night was a blast.
It was
Last
so
night was
fun.
a blast.
Okay, Mark says he's gonna try 2. All right.
Okay. I just
The
let the
pass.
dog. Okay, she needs to be held like a baby.
Okay.
She threw her head
I have
backwards.
to unstick myself from the stool.
I'm sorry,
Okay,
everybody.
I gotta bring
know.
out the towels, man.
I know. Okay.
Hi, Bellers.
Do a short to show it off, Kathy.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Show.
so. I really need to.
Wait, what am I
It's
doing?
pretty.
2.
2.
All right, ready?
Dun, 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 dun.
It's a tough thing to open.
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yes.
It's the Women of Whiskey's what glass?
What?
To glass.
Yes.
And
Stacey H taught me how to actually say it.
a Women of Whiskey's Criminal and Cocktails coin.
Yeah.
They are numbered. Send me, Mark, send me some, maybe like 5 numbers that you might want, because we're getting a little short on the numbers, and we'll get you one. Okay? Congratulations.
Okay, you know what it's time for now?
It's time for,
It's time for something
are you
real
ready?
fun.
Are you ready?
It's time for
Do it there.
Patreon Blinko. It's a game to play. With whiskey in our hands, we'll make your day. Support the show. Enjoy the fun with the Women of Whiskies. Cheers, everyone. Well, now you know, yeah, it's time for Patreon Bingo.
if you are a Patreon member, type hashtag Plingo in the comments now, and I left the guitar down there.
Hashtag Plinko.
Hashtag Plingo. It does not matter if you capitalize the P or not. So
It does not,
Don't worry.
and it doesn't matter what level you are.
Mm-mm.
If you are a patron, put it in there.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord Shane Long. Shane Long from
Yes.
Storytime Distillery made that for us. I freaking love it.
I don't know what
Your
he
dog. Your
he
dog.
said something on a live the other day, and he got yelled at in the form of Uncle Shane by me. and I don't remember what it was. I'll have to think about it.
Oh, Rick says, sorry, I'm not a patron. Just wanted to be cool.
I mean,
you're kind of cool. It's okay.
noted.
Yeah.
You are cool.
You could
Yeah.
be a patron for
Okay.
$4.
Yes.
Um,
Hey, my dude.
So yeah, doesn't matter what tier you are, you're automatically entered. Yes, Clinko would that.
It would if you had the hashtag on the front, but you did that earlier, so you're still in good shape. But yeah, it would totally work. It is not case sensitive.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
I love the Blinko.
I love
I love it so much. We're gonna give a couple more minutes for anybody else that needs to throw that in. A lot of people were commenting on the glass. That glass is amazing.
The Tua?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, Tua.
Tua.
Twa.
Yeah.
Twa. Just kidding.
Don't touch that drink mustard.
Here's the thing though. We do have them, I think, on our merch site.
Yes, womenofwhiskies.com.
And
TUATH.
we have some, how do you say it? Stolzel?
Stolzy?
Something like that.
I don't know.
Nosing glass. I know they're freaking
We have
gorgeous.
some nosing glasses on them.
They are coming.
Stems. They look like a combination between a whiskey glass and a wine glass, and I am a fan.
Yeah, they're super cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, those are going to go out to patrons.
Yes.
And giveaways.
Yes.
So
Chris says that glass is the best. I'll be getting another before Christmas. It might be for me this time. His wife is like the biggest fan of that glass.
ooh, had an awesome idea for when I get there. Involves the Plinko.
Okay.
Oh, that's just scary
Okay.
shit.
I like this
All right,
idea.
let's do it. Let's do some Plinko. Are you ready?
Okay, ready? Here we go. It's time. It's time. It's time. And button.
Dun, 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 dun. Bongos. Dun, 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 dun.
I'll slap my jiggly legs.
Oh, Z-Man! Congratulations! Z-Man,
Okay, I hope you're still here.
I really hope you're here because, well, he just did the hashtag, so should be.
Oh yeah, that's true. Duh. I
We
forget that.
need to know A, B, C, D, E, or F.
Based on the fact that you could win any one of the following items that will show up when I click that button.
So we're
Oh.
gonna leave that up for a second and take that comment down
Thanks,
just so you
Dana.
can see what we're giving away. We have a WOW challenge coin, a WOW Toi,
Mm-hmm.
a surprise sample pack, a $20 gift certificate to our merch page,
Yes.
a WOW Retro Rocks glass, which is freaking cool,
Oh, that's so cool.
a 5 entries to next week's Pick It or Pass, a WOW Daily Bottle Choice,
Yes.
and WOW Leggings. That's the one you really want.
I mean, it's a pretty cool prize.
Okay. Will Dell, our drinking game equals Plinko? She's like, yes, along those lines.
In the meantime, do you want to show what's in box number 1? Because you didn't show that yet.
Do I? Quick. I swear to God, your dog's going to jump. She's making me nervous.
She's fine.
She's going to jump on me. Take the doggy.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
let's see what could have been one. What do we got here in box number 1? Dun, dun, dun. It is, it's our Retros Rocks Glass, Women of Whiskeys.
It's so pretty.
But we've got the little bubbles on the bottom. They're so
cute.
I know you can't see it that well, but it's got little bubbles on the bottom. I wish they could see it
And for
better.
somebody who has a real problem with, I'm not going to say I have trypophobia because it's not that bad, but for somebody who has a problem with holes, it's so cute.
Z-Man says, right on. Z-Man, we need to know where we're going to drop the Plinko ball, A through F.
Yeah.
Could you
And I will show,
let us know?
I will show that in number 4, you could have won a sample pack. Da, da, da. Number 5, we already showed. That was, no, we didn't. Number 5 was Joseph Magnus triple cast finished. We were talking about it, and I was like, it's in the boxes. But I couldn't say that because,
Yeah.
surprises.
Oh, yeah, Chris, it is a heavy rocks glass.
And then number 6, of course, was the tumbler and the pin.
Okay,
It says
Z-Man
5.
says F.
So, okay, F. We're going with F. Okay, here we go. Ready? Ready?
I wish they could hear that sound
I know.
better.
You could probably pull it a little closer.
Okay, Ellie, don't jump. I really want you guys to hear this because I love it.
It's really cool.
I really love it.
And now they're going to see our World of Warcraft mic.
Okay, the World of Warcraft mic was on sale
It's pretty though.
when we started this channel, and we were broke as hell.
Oh, you
so.
want to wait.
Wait.
Mark says, "Can I?" No, it's too late, sir.
All right, here we go.
Okay, ready?
Seven.
And it paid off because 7 is
The bottle pick.
the bottle pick, which is High West Rendezvous.
Can we just say that they didn't get to see the Plinko drop?
Yes, they did.
Wasn't the overlay up?
No, because I popped it up as soon as it landed.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes,
Okay.
don't worry. Don't
Yes.
worry.
Hi, West Rendezvous.
Man.
Mullen says the mic worked
Good.
great.
You're gonna have to keep doing that.
Yay.
That's a good plan. Yeah.
William Hall, yes, we are packaging up your weekend tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to head your way.
Yeah, I have plans.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Z-Man, of course you do, because you're amazing.
Yes.
Was that fun?
That's so fun.
All right, we are going to
So
do a
fun.
couple of things to go take the dough.
Okay.
All right, we're going to do a couple of things real quick. Everyone, please go support these wonderful channels that have supported us, such as the Lights on Lifetime Whiskey are on.
Yes.
Deathless Dogs.
Yes.
Dan is on.
Yes.
And Drums and Drams.
Yes.
Cam is on. They've all been very supportive. Please pick one. Go check it out.
Yes.
We want to say there is no wrong way to drink your whiskey. You share it with your friends. You drink it how you like it.
Yep.
Everybody, enjoy your Thursday night. Thanks
Yes,
for hanging out
thank
for
you.
once a month Criminals and Cocktails. Love you guys.
Mustard's giving us a party neon.
See you next Wednesday.